Sup traders, in this video we're going to get into the problems with trading limit orders. It's not all sunshine and rainbows trading limit orders. That isn't to say that it's not worth it to trade limit orders. We just got to look at the pros and cons and everything. And if you've been following me the past months, you've seen me share all kinds of strategies. I went on a kick with scalping, and now I'm trading entirely limit orders, or at least that's the goal of the plan. By the way, if y'all don't know me, welcome in, much love, Trav here. I'm an adventure entrepreneur and trader living on Oahu, Hawaii. And I'm on my way into dinner right now, pick up dinner. Decided to go eat out, get some chicken katsu with tempura, but we just pulled out of my house and we're coming by Makaha Beach. It's September, surf season's coming soon. Surf season's coming soon and I'm ready for it. Anyways, so limiting, the way I'm using limit order is not like try to get a slightly better price. It's looking at the chart once a day and saying, hey, if price comes down to here, this is a discount that I want to buy at, and then, but if price keeps going, it's probably dumping, I'm going to stop out. Okay, that makes sense. Now, there's a couple main reasons that I am attempting to trade this way. One of the reasons is that it's scheduling. So I live in Hawaii time, which living in Hawaii time means I will never be there for New York Open. It's 3 a.m. A lot of the time the market moves at 3 a.m. A lot of the time there's a false move at 3 a.m. and that's a time where it's possible to get entered. And then I'm also, when I'm doing my adventure tours, I'm working at 2 p.m., which is the daily close, or I'm working at noon. I'm never available for the daily close on equities or gold. Almost never. I'm just super busy now by design. By the way, I like my life way more, and I'm also way less stressed out because now I don't need to worry about, if something goes wrong with my trading, I'll have to get a job I don't like. Well, I have jobs that I love doing, and if I need to even pick up more days, I could do that. But that's where we're at. So scheduling, and then another one is psychology, where with the limit, it's not very fun to price watch because it's kind of unpleasant to see price move around and you're not in it. And so I find myself doing a lot less price watching. And then also, I'm someone who, it's a good and a bad thing, but I hate being in drawdown on a trade. So if I'm showing a loss, a lot of the time I just take the loss. So I have much better odds if I can go for no drawdown entries. And limit orders are a better way, or a more likely way to get a no drawdown entry, where if you put it in a place where price is likely to just wick into it if it gets there at all, right? So there's psychological advantages, but I'm going to tell you the problem with it, or a problem with it, and a problem that I personally face with it. All these other traders want to act like they never have any problems and everything because they have a course to sell you. Well, I have something to sell you too. I've got a great system to sell you, but I'm still going to be honest about the issues that I face. And here's one of the issues that I face when trading with limit orders is they don't always fill, and what happens when they don't fill. So typically I exit at the market, so I don't but not always. I'm not going to talk about just missing your TP, although that is something really annoying that can happen, but sometimes I miss my fill. So today, it's Sunday, over the weekend I set a limit order on Bitcoin, which I believe is trending towards all-time highs. I really want to get in the trade. I set my limit order at $62,304. Price wicked down to $62,330, and then by the time I logged in, it was at almost $64,000. So it missed my entry by less than $30, and then rip $2,000 towards all-time highs. And first, there's the issue of sometimes this happens and you miss the trade, especially when things start to trend and it stops pulling back and you're not a part of the trade. It can be very destabilizing and difficult. I'm going to talk about solutions, but yeah. Now, psychologically, when that happens and I see it, I find it to be triggering, and it triggers FOMO, where I'm like, man, I was so close to being up big. I could have been up an extra $2,000 on the day. Instead, nothing. And now I'm want to chase in because I think it's going to run higher. And in the past couple of weeks, what happens when I do this, a lot of the time, if I chase in, either it dumps, and then I'm not even able to get in at the limit price I want because now my risk is all screwed up, and then I just miss the next move too. Or something that also happens is I FOMO in, but before price can run, it chops around, and me knowing I probably shouldn't be doing this, I just realize losses, and then it ends up ripping without me, and it would have been better to do nothing instead of taking a couple losses. So that's another thing that can happen. So, but then if you do nothing, it can also just run without you and you never get in, right? So, that is a problem with the limit orders. And one of the solutions is, part of the problem is if you're a trend, so there's one way to trade a trend is to trade around a position, and you try to get in, you buy at a low price, and then you sell at a high price, and you keep resetting your limit. So in this current move up in Bitcoin, I've had 3 great fills and maybe 2 no fills, 3 winning trades, and then it should just be 3-0, but then because of chasing, I've created some other losers. But 3-0, what I could have done, and I think what works better psychologically, and Mark Minervini talks about this. Mark Minervini is one of the National Stock Championship winners. But what I could do is, I want to stop at Tamura's here. Price is up, and get some butter. Take half off. Just take half off, right? If I had taken half off and let the rest run, then I would have less FOMO because I'm in it still, right? And then focus on just building the biggest position. So that's one of the things I'm gonna work on. Another one is maybe consider a limit only for my exits, but yeah, I don't know if I like that. Anyways, I'm gonna run here, but that's one of the problems with the limits is they don't always fill, and them not filling can trigger FOMO and be emotionally destabilizing, and then trigger losses. And that's something that I struggle with. And the best thing to do is just something I did today is I called my buddy who's an investor with me, and is like, "Yo, dude, I'm feeling a lot of FOMO," and we talked through it. And he's like, "Please don't chase. If we miss the move, we miss the move, but wait for price to come back, or set a limit later, or there'll be another trade." And he's right. So that's what we do. That's what we're gonna do. All right, appreciate y'all. Much love. Talk to y'all soon. Peace.